front management, the organizing body behind Miss Kohima, Theja Sekhose. Theja, it's a great pleasure to have you here on this show.
Thank you for having me, Anand.
Theja, so many interesting things to talk about,
Right.
but you know what I was intrigued with the brand name here, TS, TS, I believe
right.
that's the initial for your name, Theja Sekhose.
Yes.
So coming to the context of our Naga society, the way we give the name, the child name,
Right.
I think it's child christening, yeah?
Right.
So we don't randomly give name to the baby. One of the beautiful aspects that I found about Naga culture is that we give name with a meaning,
Right.
with a significance.
Yes.
So Theja, as I am intrigued with the TS brand,
Right.
the naming of the brand with your name in it. So, what is your significance? What is the name, the meaning behind your name?
Right. So basically, Theja Sekhose is my stage name, and my full name is Theja Sekhose. So that basically translates to know the blessing. It's a powerful reminder to recognize the beauty and grace already present in our life. So I believe Theja Sekhose is more than a name. It is a guiding truth and a daily reminder that we are and have always been deeply blessed. Yeah.
Theja, your brand in itself, I was very intrigued. It's simple and profound, but now knowing your, significance, the meaning behind it, I think your brand has become more. It's more meaningful. It sounds more meaningful again.
Thank you.
Wow. Really profound. So Theja, how many of you are there in the family?
Yes, there's me, my younger sister, mom and dad, the four of us. We call it small family, happy family. So yes, it's the four of us in the family, yeah.
For happy creative family, I think.
I believe so too.
So Theja, coming from a small family here, so what inspired you to become a fashion designer?
Right. So from a very young age, I was always drawn to creativity and self-expression. I love drawing, playing with crayons and color pencils, and especially dressing up Barbies and Pepper dolls. I was also fascinated by how people dress. Particularly on Sundays for church, I would admire the way they put together their outfits and carried themselves. And there were evenings spent watching fashion shows on Doordarshan, especially those featuring our Naga designers. So all those left a lasting impression on me. I remember thinking to myself how amazing it would be, to appear on TV like them one day. So looking back, all this early interests were clear signs pointing towards fashion design, I should say. And I realized this is where I truly belong, and I believe I could do really well in it. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah, you have come a long way then. And so glad to know that you found your interest at such a young age.
Right.
I knew that this is my passion, So who is or are your biggest influence in the fashion world?
Right. At heart, I consider myself as an avant-garde designer. Futuristic wear designers. So I'm drawn to the unconventional and driven by concept and storytelling. So I see fashion as a form of living art, and driven. And I truly believe that fashion is art, and we as individuals, we are the canvas. So my creative vision resonates deeply with designers like Alexander McQueen, Victor and Rolf, and Iris Van Herpen, some of the greatest avant-garde visionaries who have continually pushed the boundaries of fashion, and their ability to merge art, emotion and innovation has been a major influence on my own design journey, actually. Yeah.
Well, major influences there, I should say. And
Right.
I love how you have, beautifully put it. Like, we are the canvas.
Right, truly. We are indeed, no?
I like that. Yes, I think that's a takeaway for me as well. And for the listeners too. So can you describe your educational background and how it shaped your career?
Right. I completed my schooling at Charity School Kohima, followed by my 12th grade at Baptist College. Initially, I pursued economics honors at Kohima College. However, during my second year, I had a moment of clarity where I realized that my true passion lays somewhere else. So that decision led me to the Global Open University Nagaland, where I pursued my BBA in fashion technology, a choice, I should say, that really opened up a world of new possibilities for me. So looking back now, I can confidently say that quality education has played a vital role in shaping my journey. And now, as an educator myself in this field, I see firsthand how education not only builds a strong foundation, but also it provides the framework for a long-term growth. So it's not just about learning a skill, it's about learning how to think critically, adapt to changes and evolve with purpose. So my education has truly transformed my raw potential into a meaningful direction, I should say. Yeah.
Wow, Theja, really. I'm really inspired, the way you're handling how far you have come, and how you have, understood life in itself, and everything had a role to play in your career.
Thank you.
So, see, Theja, society, the world is not free of criticism. You do good, you do bad. It's coming your way.
Right.
So, how do you handle criticism of your work?
I mean, as a fashion designer, handling criticism is an essential part of the creative journey. So I have 3 ways to handle criticism.
Okay.
So maybe you can take away some from here yourself. So first is professionally. So I try to handle I try to approach feedbacks with an open mind, knowing that constructive criticism can be a valuable tool for growth and refinement. Not everyone will connect with your vision, right? And that's okay. And what matters is the ability to listen, reflect, and improve where it's necessary. So, and number 2 is emotionally. It's important to separate your self-worth from your work. That is very important, emotionally, because creativity is a very personal thing. Okay, so it's natural to feel vulnerable at times, but I've learned to process those emotions, give myself space if needed, and then return to my work with more clarity and a purpose. And number 3 is being graceful. Okay, so I respond with gratitude always, whether the feedback is positive or challenging. Every opinion offers insight, and acknowledging that gracefully not only shows your professionalism but also your maturity. So at the end of the day, fashion is subjective, and staying true to your vision while being open to learning is what keeps you evolving as a fashion designer, I think.
Having said that, 3 tips here.
Right.
I think these 3 things is a takeaway for me also.
Good to know.
Oh, Theja, really, I think you're so emotionally matured in your field also for you to come up with such 3 good reasonings how to deal with criticisms, because many a time that's the breaking point for most of us.
Yes.
So, Theja, great. Anyway, Theja, I want to know the next question. I want to know your thoughts about here, your thoughts on it here. The trends. What are the trends that you're currently seeing in the fashion industry, and how you think sustainability is impacting fashion design today?
For me, personally, right now, the fashion industry is experiencing a dynamic shift, okay? So it's the dynamic shift being blending innovation with a renewed sense of responsibility. One major trend is the rise of slow fashion, I should say, where the consumers are becoming more conscious of quality, the craftsmanship, and ethical production. So there's also a strong emphasis on gender fluid designs, digital fashion, and integration of technologies like 3D printing and AI in the creative process. So it's all about the current trend that I'm noticing is slow fashion. Now talking about sustainability, sustainability in particular for me is no longer just a trend. It's becoming a core value that's reshaping the entire industry actually. So as a designer, we are being challenged to rethink our approach from sourcing materials and reducing waste to designing for longevity rather than quick consumption. So it's about creating fashion that not only looks good but also does good, you know, for the people and the planet. So yeah, that's so personally I see it as an exciting opportunity actually to align creativity with purpose when we talk about sustainability. So it's no longer just about aesthetics but also about designing with awareness and impact. Yeah.
Okay, so sustainability equaling to creativity with a purpose.
Right, true.
Yes, I think that's that sums it up beautifully. Okay, so yeah, Theja, another a very interesting one that I want to know about your experience, especially. So, as the co-founder of the Forefront Management, the organizing body behind Miss Kohima, and also as a choreographer and a grooming mentor for aspiring models and pageant contestants. What has been your most rewarding experience working with, especially in the pageantry, field, pageant contestants there?
Actually, I get this question a lot, and for me, it's always this one answer, which is the most rewarding experience for me, has been witnessing the personal growth and transformation of a contestant throughout the journey. Pageants are not just about beauty, as we know. So they are also about confidence, disciplines, and self-expression. So seeing someone who started off very shy and unsure, evolved into a poised, empowered individual on stage is that's truly incredibly fulfilling. So myself as the finalist, by the way. Myself as the finalist for the first ever Mr. Nagaland in 2009.
Yes.
So myself coming in with very little experience and a lot of self-doubt, I know for a fact how consistent mentoring and training help us find our voice. So not just shaping the performance for that particular competition or what goes into the stage that night, but shaping confidence and character. So it's moments like this that makes all the long hours worth it, helping contestants discover their strength or their own presence and feel proud of who they are. That's the real reward for me. Yes.
So for many of us, we think that behind this pageant even and all this pageantry thing is all this glamorous stage.
Right.
We don't really know or try to understand what goes beyond.
Yes,
that.
And the behind the scene is, I should say, yet another world, that's going crazy.
We should have another conversation on
Definitely,
that.
I would love to come and join you.
Well, my dear listeners, I believe you're having a great time. And how do I put this word? Exciting, then in getting to know more of the field coming from a designer here and what goes beyond. Well, there are more interesting things coming up. Stay tuned. We will take a short music break and I will play you this song coming up, Too Much Love Will Kill You, a very special request from our guest here. So I hope you'll enjoy.
Welcome, Trago Band.
103 megahertz.
News, music, and entertainment.
This is FM Trago Band.
FM 103 megahertz.
Hello, my dear listeners. Welcome back. Yes, you're tuning into this show here in perfect harmony in conversation with our special guest, Theja Sekhose. So interesting things apart. Now the most important thing with your vision and goals, Theja. So, as you're, going through this journey of sharing your knowledge and skill, to empower. I think when I was thinking about it, I could just think of one word: empower.
Right.
With what you're doing currently, I want to know more about your TS Academy. So can you share your journey in establishing TS Academy of Design and how it has grown to become one of the most sought after design institutes in Nagaland?
Sure. The idea for TS Academy of Design was born during the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, so like many others, I found myself at home reflecting deeply on life, the future, and especially the uncertainty around the fashion industry as to how to go about. So I began writing down my childhood dreams, something I haven't done in a very long time actually. So I've always believed I'm a man of many dreams, and that with faith and determination I can achieve them one step at a time. So as I was jotting down those dreams, the idea of starting my own fashion school stood out clearly, and it just felt right. So I knelt down, I said my prayers, and immediately began doing the groundwork. And in October 2021, TS Academy of Design officially opened its doors with a simple but strong vision to provide quality and affordable fashion education, especially for students like I once was, full of drive but with limited access to guidance and resources. And by the grace of God, we're now enrolling our 5th batch, the class of 2025, watching the academy grow into one of Nagaland's sought-after design institute has been a humbling and rewarding journey for me personally. And a big shout out to all the fabulous faculties at TS Academy of Design. So I just wanted to say out to all those experienced designers out there, if you are passionate about fashion and ready to create a space for yourself in this industry, TS Academy of Design is here to guide you and help bring out the designer in you. Yeah.
I like that caption. Wow. So everything goes back to your childhood.
It does.
I wonder, as a child, you might have been a very ambitious one.
Right. I've been a dreamer, actually.
You are really living your dream, Theja. I'm really
Thank you.
inspired. So, with the successful establishment of TS Academy of Design, you have also recently launched a new venture,
Right.
TS Home.
Right.
So, could you please share more about the vision and inspiration behind TS Home?
Yes, sure. It has truly been a blessing, actually. I've always dreamt of creating a space where I could help nurture young minds and talents. So somewhere that offers a safe, supportive, and enriching environment. So that's really the inspiration behind TS Home. So TS Home is a girls' hostel come PG, designed for students, aspirants, and working professionals. It's located at Upper Midland, Colony Kohima, just opposite to Auckland Hospital. While we currently do not offer single rooms, we have thoughtfully designed shared and partition rooms that are both comfortable and welcoming. So admissions are still on, and we're excited to welcome more residents. So basically, TS Home is more than just an accommodation. It's a place to thrive, and most importantly, a place to belong. Yeah.
Okay. Your vision goes beyond personal gain, I should say, Theja. You have really hard for those people, young people who are really thriving for their dreams and ambitions. I applaud to your vision.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Means a lot.
I truly wish to see you very go far and Theja, I'm just so out of words because you just don't say not for personal gain, but you really have this passion, the passion, I think that's the expression to put it, the passion in you.
Sure.
All right, so having talked about your particularly TS Home with the vision and the inspiration behind it, now I want to know more as the ambitious kid you once were and living your dream.
Right.
What are your future goals for your brand or your career?
I've come this far by His grace, fueled with big dreams, hard work, and resilience. And I know this far is far from over. So looking ahead, my overarching goal is to grow into someone who can serve as a beacon of hope for the hopeless. I aspire to be a compassionate human being, a role model. Thank you. I believe, I want to be a role model worth looking up to, and a leader who leads with purpose and integrity. I also want to be a son and a brother who loves and protects, a businessman who dares to conquer, a teacher and a mentor who inspires others to reach their potential, and a loyal friend, you see, who stands by you through it all until the very end. So my vision for this, my future goal, is to create impact, not just through my work, but through who I am and how I live.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have this feeling that you will truly, with this journey that you have come so far, I feel that you will truly, Theja.
Thank you.
As your name in itself is very meaningful. You're really living up to your name.
Thank you.
So Theja, I'm really drawn into how you are looking, your perspective towards life here. Really intrigued to yourself. Do you have a personal philosophy that shapes your outlook on life?
Of course I do, and I have a lot actually. So basically, at the core of my outlook on life is the belief that a sovereign God is in control, and that alone gives me deep contentment. Everything I do is for His glory, and life is always will always have its challenges. But as I see it, you either quit or you keep going. So both paths are very hard. It's equally hard. So choose the one that leads to growth. That I will say. And I've come to understand that efforts often goes unnoticed until you win. Until you win. But that's all right, because progress doesn't necessarily need to be seen, applauded or validated by others for it to be real. So if you truly want something, or if I truly want something, I believe it will happen, because I'm going to make it happen. I will make it happen. Another principle I live by is, if I don't know something, help me educate, don't belittle me. So ask questions always, often the only thing holding people back is the fear of looking foolish, Itu delay nga itu na. So just ask question. If you don't know, educate yourself, okay? That. So I've, over the decade, I should say, I've learned to be highly professional, especially because I start from a place of knowing very little. I am strict and stern in my work, yet grounded. I make it a point to influence the energy in the room rather than letting it influence me. I have two mantras in life, or basically for work. So one is, where there is a will, there is a way. Yeah. And the other is, you do your job, I'll do mine, everything will fall into place. Just that.
I love how you have this, the mantras, the go-to principles.
Very important, actually. I'm sure you do.
I should start actually.
You have to, if you haven't.
Yes, every battle is hard. It's about choosing your own battles.
Right.
I love how you're choosing your battle too, Theja. So, I'm sure everyone is looking, especially those aspiring, young people. What advice would you give to an aspiring, in particular, fashion designer, or someone who aspires to become a beauty queen?
To anyone aspiring to become a fashion designer or a beauty queen, my advice is simple yet powerful. You have to stay true to yourself and never underestimate the value of hard work and discipline. Because in both industry, you see, talent will get noticed, but it's consistency, humility, and resilience that will set you apart. So learn constantly, whether from your mentors, from your experiences, or even your failures. Build your craft, refine your personality, and never stop growing. And always remember that beauty is not just this is for the beauty queens, aspirants, or beauty contestants. Remember, beauty is not just about appearance. It's about how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and the value you represent. Likewise, for aspiring fashion designers, fashion is more than just a trend. It's a voice, a vision, and a means of expression, I believe. So own your story, be fearless in your pursuit, and always walk with grace, courage, and purpose.
Beautifully said. I feel like, nothing can go wrong as you grooming those, beautiful pageants. No wonder how they are getting the confidence, actually. Theja, this conversation has been really fruitful. And within no time, it's almost,
right.
sadly, for me to wrap up. But before that, I want to have this very fun, way of wrapping up this show.
Okay.
I rapid fire round
Oh,
so
God.
that listeners get to see the fun side,
Right.
the Theja, your likes and dislikes. So, are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, quickly. Are you a chai or a coffee person?
Chai all day.
What's your favorite thing about your job?
Creative freedom.
What's your favorite way to relax?
Singing.
Okay. What is your favorite type or genre of music?
Gospel music and hymns.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it will be something like so upbeat, as a
I
designer.
love all genres.
Okay,
yeah.
but first-
Yeah.
All right, so what's your favorite type of season?
Winter, festive.
Okay. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Not a huge fan, but vanilla, I should say.
Vanilla. What's your go-to comfort food?
A hearty home meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite word or phrase you use?
God, goodness, goodness, I
Oh,
should say.
goodness. And what's a song that always makes you feel good?
There's a song by David Phelps,
Oh.
I Come to the Garden. It's a hymn song
Okay.
in his rendition. Love it.
All right. And lastly, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Empathy.
Empathy, yes, very, very much needed, especially in the world that we are now living in.
Right.
Teja, it was a fun, I should say, short but very profound experience in conversation with
Thank you. Thank you for having
I
me.
really wish you the best for your future endeavors, and as a person, may you continue to grow and truly, make a mark, in your journey of life. Teja,
Sure.
once again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And for being on this show.
Okay.
Well, my dear listeners, there you go, in perfect harmony in conversation with our guest, Theja Sekhose. I believe it has, sparked some inspiration in you to, just follow your heart, chase your dreams, and not to be afraid, and truly take a step. There are so many takeaways from Theja. So stay tuned for more, our social media updates. You will get, in case you have missed out, we will update more on our social media handles on Akashvani. Do follow that and show love to our guest as well, Theja Sekhose, by following his social media handle. All right, well, in perfect harmony every Saturday. Stay tuned for that. And my dear listeners, on that note, we have come to an end of this show. I will be back with the news headlines in a few minutes.
Please like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for the latest contents. Also, follow us on all our social media handles.